Hi, everyone. First, I want to just say I'm so excited to be here with all of you guys, sharing this passion for the green world, and it's so much fun. So I hope I can tell you about what we're doing in the as a teen. So I'm with Teens Turning Green, and I've been involved for the last 3 years. And we are an organization that we work to educate our peers and the community about the harmful synthetic chemicals in our everyday lives. So from our bathroom counters, to our cleaning products, to our schools, there are all these toxic chemicals that we're hoping that we can get rid of and make our lives healthier all around. We formerly were Teens for Safe Cosmetics, so maybe you've heard of us from that. So I became involved when I learned about the chemicals in my personal care and cosmetic products that myself, my family, my friends, we had all been using for so many years without questioning it and turning over the labels to find out what was in it. And this thought that millions of people in the world really don't know to be more discerning consumers is really my key motivator in what I do. And so as teens, we just get out in the community and we do everything that we can through fun events and our actions to educate our peers and convert some people to the world of green. So I'm really inspired by this quote that Rachel Carson said in Silent Spring, one of my personal heroes, that for the first time in the history of the world, every human being is now subject to contact with dangerous chemicals from the moment of conception until death. She wrote this in the early 1960s, so you can only imagine how much that chemical exposure has increased exponentially over the last 40 years. In fact, since World War II, chemical production in the US has increased 20-fold. So everywhere in our lives, from either our food to our clothing to our everyday harmful household products, harmful synthetic chemicals are everywhere. Please, okay, sorry, too loud. Okay. But over the same period of time of rapid chemical expansion, we've seen birth defects, asthma, cancer, all of these terrible health concerns increase alongside. In 1940, 1 in 20 women had breast cancer. In 2004, it was 1 in 7, and by the year 2050, it's estimated that every 1 in 2 women will have breast cancer sometime in their lives. In men, sperm count has decreased by 50% over the last 50 years in the industrialized world. And it's really statistics like these that I think scare us into action and motivate us to do what we do. And you can only start to wonder, is it all connected? And recently we found they have these biomonitoring studies that have shown that we can expect to live in this world full of chemicals and not have them inside of our bodies as well. They've been testing the cord blood of from when women give birth, and they're finding hundreds of chemicals before a child is even exposed to them. So it's coming from the mother, it's coming from all directions, and they're ending up inside of us. And you can only start to wonder what happens when they're all mixing inside of us as well. We're this chemical cocktail experiment. We don't know what's going to happen. And further, the FDA is not regulating the chemical industry. They only screen for toxicity an estimated 10% of the 80,000 chemicals in commercial use today, and only 0.5% are actually regulated by the federal government. But it doesn't have to be this way, because we're seeing that the European Union is setting a wonderful model for the United States to soon follow. And what they're doing is they did a blanket chemical ban on over 1,000 chemicals. Here in the US, we've only banned 9, so we've got a long way to go. But they're using this idea of the precautionary principle, that if there is even a slight chance of harm, why risk it? When there are so many fabulous alternatives, why use the products that could be causing us harm? So instead of waiting, as we do here in the United States, for a product to go onto the market and then wait for some scientists to prove its harm and then get it recalled back, they're saying you need to test its safety before it even makes it out to the consumers. So for myself, and most people included, it seems terribly overwhelming, I know, to try and eliminate every single chemical exposure from our lives. But we can really control what exactly we put on our bodies and expose ourselves to in our homes and schools. For example, we can make the active decision to use toxic-free personal care and cosmetic products, and to use reusable water bottles instead of exposing ourselves to the plasticizers in the bottles that you get from the store, and to try household cleaners that aren't polluting our bodies as well. Because as teens turning green, we truly believe that we shouldn't have to worry about these chemicals in our products, that we haven't been tested for safety. And we shouldn't have to worry that these chemicals are unknowingly accumulating in our bodies and the environments. And we shouldn't have to worry that many of these chemicals can cause cancer, birth defects, and reproductive problems. So this journey has taken myself and the campaign to explore the toxins in our lives, from the bathroom counters to the schools within our communities, and to spread our message as far as possible. We work to investigate, eliminate, and educate about these exposures. So our campaign, our main key is education, and we do this through the resources that we have available. The first is the Greener Alternatives, which is a partial list of the cosmetic and personal care products that are free from the harmful synthetic chemicals. And out in the lobby later, we have a little flyer that you can grab that has this as well. And then the Dirty 30. We know that there are far more than 30 chemicals that you need to be worried about, but these are the ones that you'll find in most of your products, and we've made it easy for you to go into your bathroom, pull out this Dirty 30, and screen all of your products, and it's a great way to start out. We also really recommend going onto the cosmetic database, cosmeticdatabase.com from Skin Deep Report from EWG. It's a fabulous tool. You get to go in and you type in whatever your product is, and they'll shoot you out all this information. They'll rate your product on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, show you all the chemicals in it and what the concerns are. So this is us. We like to get out into our community and make some noise. This is us in Union Square. We had a big rally trying to get some media attention. We had this great little cheer. It went 1, 2, 3, 4, toxic chemicals no more, 5, 6, 7, 8, FDA must regulate. It was quite a scene. But what's really great about this campaign is because how many teenagers can say that they have had, they played a role in passing a piece of legislation, or worked alongside with a state senator, or protested in the middle of Union Square. And as teens, what we've discovered is we have this enormous amount of power that many of us don't even know we possess when we enter the campaign. And it's that individually and collectively, our voices resonate and people truly listen. And it's beyond empowering to find this voice, let me tell you. So while a large effort of our campaign goes into educating the consumer, we truly believe that for real tangible change to be seen, it really needs to also be coming top down from our government to be protecting us.